So the title of this upload is Burning Up All Your Desires. In one of the previous uploads, I mentioned about where you become exhausted with seeking. And so the seeking is about desire, the finding yourself in everything out there. And then when you genuinely give up seeking, you start on the inward journey. But there tends to be some of the energies of seeking still there. It might disappear completely in some people, it didn't for me. But a big chunk of the desires, the things that were always pulling me, reaching out there, a big chunk of those just fell away. So I think that the idea of burning up your desires comes from Buddhist circles. And there's an energy with desires that, in my experience, they come from the wanting side, to add something to the separate self, to keep the separate self relevant and alive in some way. Whereas the things that you need, for me, come from a deeper place. And I tend to find that these days anyway, that everything that I need just comes to me. I find those things very, very easily. So you can't sort of avoid your desires. They're an important part of what's going on. And so it's no good sort of thinking you've got a desire to go and do whatever, and you think, oh, I'm going to ignore that because I know, intellectually to ignore it, or it's coming from the intellect and the mind to say, I don't want that, I want to circumvent that and get straight on to liberation. But it doesn't work like that. The energies have to be seen, and if you've had a glimpse of truth, then I think it is easier to see these desires arising and to see them and to be really honest about, right, yeah, and to engage in that recognition of that desire. And then it could be that you have to go through with something to burn it up, or it could be that honest engagement with that, what you see, it could dissolve fairly quickly. It depends. But the needs, over time, for me, it became very clear to me what was still needing to be seen as a desire, and which was wanting, and what was needed, what I really needed, what the body, mind, the soul, or what this really needed. And I tended to find that the things that I wanted, the desires that I wanted, tended to have a kind of emotional energy to them. Whereas the things that I needed was, I think, there's no real, I couldn't recognize any emotion attached to the things that I needed. So the idea of desirelessness horrified me years ago. I couldn't, because of my ignorance, really. So maybe ask yourself, who would I be without any desires? Who am I without wanting anything? And it gave me a lot of clarity and freedom, and the place of just what you need is a place of space. The place of desire and wanting is has an energetic pull to it. So not wanting anything, there is this space arises, which, you know, the saying less is more. It really is. Less really is more. You do get more, but you don't get more as a separate self. Yeah. So desires can be obstacles to liberation, but you need them. They're there in you. You're in your conditioning and programming. They're there, and don't fight with them. To notice them. Maybe if you're meditating, sitting quiet, and to notice how you can be pulled away to go to avoid something, to avoid sitting, to being. And you do get what you need. You do get what you need. So I hope you enjoy burning up all your desires.